So with the weather, yes, okay. I don't even have to look. I just popped back into my head what I was going to talk about for this thing. Okay, so when I went to the graduation, my mom lives at the lake. It's secondary. It's not waterfront or anything, but still, it is. I don't even know how it was so hot out there. Like I got so burned just being outside, standing around talking for an hour, and but that kind of, that was at the lake. And so then my grandkids came back with me, and so we've been going to the lake. And so we've been going out to the lake a lot. Well, last year when my one granddaughter was here for a couple weeks, we went to the lake several times. And, she was having fun. She wasn't getting any bites or anything like that. And this time when we went, they are, covered in bites. And the water's not warm yet, so it's not like... there's weird stuff. Like if the water gets too warm and it has a lot of ducks and geese, it will get like this weird kind of, I can't remember what it's called, but the kids will get like covered in this rash. You have to make sure they go in and wash it off after they get out of it and wash everything off of them. But it's called something. We went camping and my girls got it, and they were just covered. It looks kind of like poison ivy or something from head to toe, only it's a little bit bigger, not tiny bumps. And same thing, red, welty, big bumps all over them, itchy as shit. And so these bites are kind of like that. They're just covered in these bites that remind me of that other thing. But the water had to be warm for that. This is cold. But the thing is that there's no geese, no ducks. Last year, usually when you're out at this lake, because we're out in the mountains and we're right before you get to Canada, and this lake is, the whole thing will just have tons and tons of geese poop everywhere, and there's none at all. And so these weird bugs, because they even saw them and they were like, I don't even know what kind of bug this is, but it's really weird, and they were explaining to me what it looked like. Some weird mutant bug. I have boogers coming out my nose. I don't know. My allergies are shit. So, anyways, these bugs are biting the shit out of them. And the thing is, they want to sell us on climate change and stuff. And it's all like a manipulation, because then they can control, they can push us. You have to buy this, you have to do that. Well, it's them who are supplying these things that we have to have, that we desperately need. It's them supplying us, because it's part of the enslavement, it's part of the trickery, it's part of the illusion, it's part of the bullshit. So they, and climate control, that's a big one. And I think that they know, they know that there's planetary things changing. Who knows to the depth? We know they're manipulators, and we know that there's certain things going on. We know, but how much do each person know that's doing it? That's the thing. It's like, we'll maybe soon find out, just like with celebrities and sports people that I was talking about yesterday. Oh, and that's another thing I want to talk about. More about that. Okay, but so with the weather thing. So they manipulate the weather somehow. I don't know how. They have, vast technology, and we don't know. Everything is what they tell us. They tell us what science says. They tell us every fucking thing. And anybody who goes against them, you could be suicided, jailed, shut down, humiliated, whatever they'll do. It depends on, how big a voice you have, I guess. And but they have technology that is manipulating the weather. They're definitely doing that. And so the whole thing with the storms down in Texas over the winter that were really unusual, because I grew up there. I grew up in Dallas. And I remember one time it snowed for like a second. Maybe it was like 10 minutes, nothing stuck, but we all ran outside, we were seeing snow coming, and it was like, oh my God, it's snowing, and then all of a sudden now it's like these major ice storms closing down the windmills, which, oh, that's so funny that Catalyst Orange guy talked about that so many times in his things, like looking glasses clearly being used by these people. Like, they know what's going to happen and they tell us before it happens. It's been so fun to watch that kind of stuff. If you're into disclosure and the technology and stuff like that. And I know I'm not the only one who is. I've heard people talking about it. So anyways, I think that's been really cool. But so they're down there manipulating the weather and, you know, killing people and doing stuff with the windmills and all that stuff. And then, up here, by the way, they are pushing us to get solar panels. Well, and, you know, we all got generators out here where I live. And the electricity goes off all the time. I mean, like, the slightest thing does something to the breakers, and there's explosions. I don't even fucking know. Everything's different when you live out from the city. That's all I can tell you. So everybody's got generators, because you can go days without electricity. And but now up here they're pushing for the solar panels. Oh, everybody, we're going to give them to you for free. Just come get these solar panels. So now I've been hearing what they're doing is that it's something about, okay, well, we'll pay this part. If you get the solar panels, yeah, you get them for free because we'll reimburse you once you have them. But then they're going to start taxing everybody who has them. So there's this new tax, and see, that's how they do it. And then they have a new tax on you. And they've got it where you had to purchase these things because it wasn't just like it's free. But see, it's the push. It's how they're constantly in this fluctuation of destroy and push the saving thing. You know, how they're going to save us. It's so much manipulation. But anyways, back to so down there were the storms. So I don't know if that pushed the geese way further. And I mean, because I haven't even been hearing them. I seem like I heard like maybe a couple, like one small group, way early in the spring. Because I would have thought they would have definitely been here by now. So that I'm assuming that they got pushed further. Hopefully they didn't just get killed in the storms, because that's, you know, what they do when they manipulate stuff and they don't tell us. And so anyways, the geese are not here yet. There's no geese. There's no fucking ducks in the lake. And so we have these unusual bugs that were probably, the geese flew up. These things were larvae, weird little bugs. The geese devour them after their long flight, and we don't have those. So now we have this weird mutant fucking bug that's biting the fuck out of everybody. Nobody even knows what it is, covered with bites. And, you know, they change our whole ecosystem with their manipulation of the weather, because it's not natural. So they are the ones who are messing with this. Nature is not doing this. The geese would be here if this was all natural, because nature knows what to do. Nature knows how to work. Yeah, I mean, it's almost July. There's no fucking geese. Now we've got these, and no telling what else. The water was just murky. There's no telling what all has hatched out that normally is food, you know? And so, and it's happening everywhere. I mean, I can see it right here because of the geese and going to the lake and stuff like that. But this isn't the only system that's being affected by this manipulation of our weather. And, you know, I mean, we're about to be hit hard. I mean, they've got a drought going. We're about to be hit hard with the fires. And I'm in a fire area, and they're hitting us hard with the high temperatures, which is going to go directly into the fires. You know, it's just like, oh my gosh. All they want to do is just keep us so unsettled and feeling so unsafe and so scared, and we're just so desperate. Please, government, just save us. Because then we're just turning it over to the controllers who are doing the things to us just to get us to do that. That's why, you know, you have to wise up. you have to, even if you feel like the most stupid conspiracy theorist in the world, look into some stuff if you think I sound crazy, because this is all real. It is all real, We got fucking mutant weirdo bugs, hatching out that are biting. Who knows, It's so manipulative. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the government came and, made these bugs in a lab, came and put them in our lake, and then manipulated the weather so that it would have the right weather system to make these things come, and they have a bite that kills you in 6 weeks. That's the world we live in. And if you think that sounds crazy, then you are very misinformed. You have no idea the world you're living in. So anyways, there was another thing I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to stop here about this one, and I'm going to start back real quick.